Hello and welcome to Astrodesign. In this video, I'm going to present you a general prediction for the upcoming January months. So the forecast is, of course, general and therefore it may not be accurate for you. Accuracy can only be obtained after examining your personal map and the point in time in which you are in your life. I give this solely in a personal consultation according to your own birth details, of course. In addition, every week I publish a forecast according to human design and the gene keys, where you will find lots of tips and meditation with positive statements that will contribute to your life. In the monthly forecast, I refer to the important aspects only, especially between the personal planets that move fast and therefore bring unique changes to each month. I take approximately 4 or 5 degrees difference per aspect. For example, if we have a trine, which is 120 degrees, I take between 150 until 125 degrees. Plus, I do not take into account aspects between the moon and other planets, because this is the most fast-moving planet of all, and each hour, almost each hour, it moves really quickly. To the moon, I refer only with my forecast about the new and the full moon each month. First, I want to notify you about the important events these upcoming months. So on the 2nd of January, we have a new moon, 12 degrees in Capricorn. On the 17th, we have the full moon in about 27 degrees Cancer sign. Venus continues its retro motion. Mercury joins the withdrawal motion initially through its shadow period, which begins on the 30th of December and from the 14th of January, Mercury will begin its regression from 10 degrees Aquarius sign. On the 19th, we have the nodes replace the axis to Scorpio, Taurus zodiac signs. On the same day, we have Uranus begins its forward and regular motion. On the 21st, we have the Sun passes to Aquarius. On the 25th, Mars moves to Capricorn. So we have a lot of events these upcoming months. Generally speaking, these months, demonstrations and chaos worldwide unfortunately will continue and can even lead to violence from the security forces up to until 22nd of January. So the war between those who want to control us at all costs and those who do not want to be controlled will continue. There will be twists and media scandals. Secrets of governments and authority figures can be revealed and lead to even more chaos and revolts. A month full of occurrences, but our energy to deal with them is not high. There is a multiplicity of laziness, retreats of planets that weaken us, and there can also be an increase in morbidity. On the more positive side, inflation is more likely to come down and the economy to stabilize slightly. This month is perfect for past analysis, for reflection, and building long-term plans regarding the economy, livelihood, and our relationships. So let's begin. The dates of the first week are from the 31st of December until the 5th of January. This week, there is an assortment of planets in Capricorn and general in Earth energy. Sun, Venus, Mercury, Pluto in Capricorn, Venus, Pluto, and Mercury conjunct, transformation in power, laws, communication. The goal is economic and conscious control. And in the realization of this goal, all means are competent. Whether it's changing laws regarding cash or our mobility and communication, it should be to our advantage because this conjunction gets positive aspects, or at least a bit for our conveniency. This will be based on something that has already happened in the past, because Venus is in her retreat period, which brings the past to us, and Mercury's shadow pulls towards us something from the past as well. Beyond that, Pluto is responsible for crime and black money, laundering. So there is a chance of scams based on money and assets. There will also be a discourse in the global media regarding nuclear weapons. This may be a time when government will put even more pressure on us to carry out their malicious plots to change the world based on power, influence, and control, and to divide us even more. Many planets in Capricorn indicate an entire month of working on our career, relationships, values, money, ambitions. As well, it puts into the center of the occurrences the politicians, and everything surrounds their behavior, laws, and changing society norms. On a more personal plan, it is important to do some kind of reflection on relationship values and money issues regarding our past, and based on the past, what we would like to achieve in the future and what we would like to conserve from the past and to bring new in the future. Our communication is very deep right now and powerful, but beware of confidentiality or secrets or lack of sharing that can hurt your relationships. We have this week Sun that receives harmonious aspect from Uranus, so very high potential for coming of the winds worldwide, coming of inflation. Our ego is more stable now and the intuition is very, very high. This week we have all over the very heightened not only intuition but ability to search for answers, search for some kind of revealed truths behind the scenes, especially behind governments and everything that happened to us in the past year. As well, we have a good combination this week to a slow but steady progress in our lives. The planet Mars is still in Sagittarius and gets a positive minor aspect to Saturn, but a challenging one to Neptune, which indicates laziness that we have in this period. And it does blend in with the spirit of the period because of holidays and winter. That gives us sometimes the feelings that we want only to stay under the blankets all day, or vice versa. to do too much, because Neptune hides the switch of our activity and energy levels from us. Also, this aspect can lead to a gossip and slander. Because of the square from Mars to Neptune, some people will use this energy as lying down, being more relaxed, don't want to do too much, and other people will do much more than their body was meant to, much more than their energy capable of. So you should be aware of that, not to exhaust your body this time, because it recalls everything and later on it will let you know what you have done. On the 3rd of January, Mercury moves to Aquarius. So we have now increased analytical skills, thinking, lots of talents, abilities, and technological inventions. The second week is going to occur between the 6th of January until the 10th of January. Sun conjunct Venus. The positive here is our need for love and affection and pleasure, altitudes. The sun illuminates our loving side and contributes to our self-confidence and expansion of self-love. We are now looking for a way to be more social and have more fun. The downside is this combination's laziness and the inability to commit to one thing or person. Venus is in regression period, don't forget, so it's time to improve our current relationships, not to start something new. But for singles, there will be an urge for pleasure and achieving intimate relationships at all costs. Beware of getting hurt later and being disappointed. Mercury conjunct Saturn, so our thinking patterns and communication, it becomes very serious, critical, judgmental, and sometimes even a lot of anxiety can occur from this combination. We need right now to learn where to pronounce and how to pronounce these judgmental abilities that we have. So if you have not asked for your opinion and are still trying to push your criticism, you will not get anything good out of it. In the global pan, it is a matter of restrictions on our communication, mobility, or both. The government and those who try to control us will flood the media with intimidation. In addition, this aspect represents a change in laws regarding worldwide trade, businesses, and changes in prices that are not in our favor, especially because Mercury creates an unpleasant aspect with Uranus that represents changes in our business plans and in our mobility. As well, changing in our plans. Sudden events that result from our communication with others and regarding worldwide media. The planet Mars is still a challenging aspect to Neptune. It could cause clashes and conflicts with security forces. Chances of fraud, lies, and scandals are possible as well. Our energies are not high. Danger of proliferation of respiratory disease due to immune weaknesses. At the individual level, there is a tendency here to be more suspicious and vindictive. We must be wary of offers that seem to be too promising, too good, primarily due to the background of economic problems that we have experienced and will experience this month. It is better not to take on a project or new authority. It will not lead to positive results and may even be the opposite. Also, Jupiter switches to Pisces at the end of December and progresses there quickly. It does not create any positive aspect with the rest of the planets, which indicates no positive change in the economic issue and no improving in inflation, but inflation should stop. The third week is going to happen between the 11th of January until the 16th. Sun is caught in sandwich between Venus and Pluto, and the issues of control, especially regarding sexual pleasures, relationships, and economic issues, can get out of control due to multiplicity of power and control games. The ego is powerful right now and wants to change and influence. The sun represents as well our rulers, and its combination with Pluto can lead to over control of the citizens and the use of force to realize it. It also indicates power struggles from authority figures, whether at home, at work, or in politics and the state, and even battles between politicians. Venus meets for a short time at a positive aspect to Uranus, which is supposed to stop inflation and even raise the value to institutional currencies such as the euro and dollar. And on the individual pen, this can be a time of love at first sight. But remember that a second look can disappoint you because Venus is in her regression period. Mercury is still conjunct Saturn, and at a difficult aspect to Uranus. Our communication is chaotic and very sudden. We have a very sharp thinking and sharp tone, very judgmental, so we should be careful with what we say or write in the media. As well, there could be scandals around the world as it would be spread across the media about authority and new laws. The fourth week is going to be between the 17th until the 21st. Sun is still at a close aspect to Pluto, which increase power struggles and with them resistance and violence. Who will win the throne? And who will be thrown from the throne? This conjunction can lead to paranoia and obsessions about control and transformation regarding your future aspirations and goals in the more personal pen. If you succeed in choosing what is good from the past and needs to be established, you can move forward slowly with the help of investigative abilities that are now very powerful. It is important not to put pressure on others and lower our arrogance. Not being forceful towards others, but also not letting others control you blindly. Mercury began its official regression on the 14th. Although from the beginning of the month, we have started to feel already that things are falling apart and going wrong in our lives, especially in the field of technology, travel, and communication difficulties. It is a good time to reflect on the past and perform an analysis in the area where Mercury will make this retreat in your natal map. It is not a good time to start something new. Jupiter continues to be alone in its voyage. He very much wants to bring us blessing and spiritual enlightenment as well as healing, but he has no support from the rest of the planets. Only if Jupiter creates positive and significant aspects in relation to the planets from your birth chart, you will feel its abundance and luck. But despite this, or nevertheless, our problems with poor energy, weak willpower, but vigorously fighting a losing battle against the authorities and control figures will continue. High chance of encountering difficulties with the security forces, and a high possibility of restrictions and closures to achieve the goal of control over citizens. The fifth week is going to occur between the 22nd until the 27th. Sun is still attached on one side to Pluto and on the other conjunct Mercury after moving to Aquarius. Generally, Aquarius signifies the world's communities, freedom, innovation, originality, technology, and individuality. The Sun is now giving us focus on new ways of thinking and communication. But still, Mercury is in retreat, so it may increase confusion and push us to make mistakes without thinking before execution. This is a time of multi-communication, lots of tasks. The Sun even contributes Mercury to stand more in the crowd, so we can increase thinking outside of the box that could lead to new technological innovations in this period. Something significant and transformative is going to be born in the universe. The planet Sun as well starts an unpleasant aspect to Uranus, which raises our intolerance, more nervousness in the air, and recklessness. The need to get something here and now is very high. The rulers and authority figures will give us troubles and do nonsense, highlighting Mercury's aggression influence. For science purpose, this can be a very creative but chaotic aspect. What is found now will not necessarily be long-term and positive. Venus, on the other hand, creates beautiful aspect with Uranus, stopping the inflation in the meantime. Even our value system, our vision of what is important in our lives can change for the better. The other positive thing this week is Jupiter, which is finally creating some aspect. This time it's a minor and positive one with Uranus, which will further contribute to economic balance and the cessation of inflation. In addition, raising emotional intelligence that can improve the issue of accepting the other, hopefully from the governments as well. So this is a great aspect for learning languages, spirituality, and also teaching others innovatively and interestingly. The last week is going to occur between the 28th of January until the 2nd of February. Sun has gotten too close to its enemy, Saturn, and continues at a challenging aspect to Uranus. Whether at work or in the family, the rulers and authority figures will cause us resentment and frustration. The restriction will be expressed through your dad, boss, or another character who likes to give you instructions and orders. But it can be highlighted if you have the next several reasons to it. The first one is if you want something here and now without considering that it's the wrong time, pushing something to happen which does not supposed to happen. Second reason is that you may want something unrealistic, not realistic for your own nature, for your own abilities. Anyway, because of the retreat of Venus and Mercury, it is not a time for a fresh start. So there is nothing to push for. It's time to sober up. to check what resources you have and what you can rely on now and in the future. In addition, this is a time when it is important to conserve resources and ensure that they are there in the future. In addition, it is important to get out of dependencies or codependencies that you have regarding these resources at home or in front of authority figures or work or even at your country. The planet Mars moves to Capricorn and conjunct Venus, and both form a very positive minor aspect to Jupiter. There is lots of passion here in the realm of career and goal achievement, as well as collaboration between women and men. Beautiful aspect, harmony in our values. As well, we have Mercury that returned to Capricorn and is once more conjuncting Pluto. So we have another opportunity to explore something from our past and arrive at the truth and resolution or solutions to this issue, which we can apply in the future. The communication is once more sharp, convincing, harsh, right to the point. Transformational news around the world regarding the plague is on its way as well to us. I hope you like this video. Once again, I will tell you that this is only a general perspective, okay? And I didn't touch all the subjects that could occur, but hopefully it gives you some kind of picture what to expect and how to prepare. I wish you all good holidays, good luck, and of course, strong health. Bye-bye and take care.